It's Section 7 against Section 2 in Game 2 of the tournament. And let's go downstairs now to the public address announcer and meet the players.
7, the Hibbing Blue Jackets. First, junior goaltender, number 1, John Hyduke. Junior defenseman, number 2, Tom Hansen. Senior center, number 3, Antonio Catani. Senior center, number 4, Pat Iozzo. Junior defenseman, number 5, Mike Vidmar. Senior wing, number 6, John Zozo. Senior wing, number 7, Nick Andrigan. Senior wing, number 8, Jeff Clauju. Senior wing, number 9, Pat Gozich. Senior defenseman, number 10, Richie Bryant. Junior defenseman, number 11, Sean Gostad. Junior defenseman, number 12, Jerry Kristoff. Junior wing, number 13, Bo Nikolov. Junior wing, number 14, Pat Marolt. Senior center, number 15, Kelly Esty. Junior center, number 16, John Hagan. Junior wing, number 17, Mike Grillo. Junior center, number 18, Mark Kastner. Sophomore wing, number 19, John Schwartz. Senior goaltender, number 30, Tim O'Hara. Coaching the Blue Jackets, Bill Olson. His assistants, Bill Teacher and Mike Terrell. And now let's meet the champions of Section 2, the St. Cloud Apollo Eagles. Senior goaltender, number 1, Gene Hankemeyer. Junior wing, number 2, Ross Ball. Sophomore wing, number 3, Kurt Zimmerman. Sophomore center, number 4, John Ritchie. Senior defenseman, number 5, John Mindel. Senior center, number 6, Mike Hiltner. Senior wing, number 7, Larry Heinemi. Junior center, number 9, Dave Charpentier. Freshman center, number 10, Jeremy Mendel. Sophomore defenseman, number 11, Brian Belts. Senior defenseman, number 12, Ken Carlson. Senior defenseman, number 13, Brett Triplett. Junior wing, number 14, Eric Holstrom. Junior wing, number 16, Kirk Zenzen. Sophomore wing, number 17, Pat Crookton. Senior defenseman, number 18, Steve Murphy. Junior wing, number 20, Joe Lentner. Junior wing number 23, Eric Ramseth. Sophomore wing number 24, Chad McLeod. Senior goaltender number 30, Troy Fritz. Coaching the Eagles is Ed Zins. His assistant is John Ludwig.
On the scoreboard, Hibbing, the visitors, St. Cloud Apollo is the home team. Starting in goal for the Blue Jackets, number 1, John Hyden. The defenseman, number 2, Tom Hansen. Number 12, Gary Kristoff. Starting in center for Hibbing, number 4, Pat Iozo. And the policeman, number 7, Nick Henry. Number 14, Pat Perot. Starting in goal for the Eagles, number 30, Troy Fritz. And defense, number 12, Ken Carlson. And number 18, Steve Murphy.
We're ready to go here from the St. Paul Civic Center in Game 2 of this hockey tournament. St. Cloud Apollo. The Eagles are 17-6-1, and the Blue Jackets of Hibbing are 21-1-1. And Hibbing going back in their own zone to set it up to try and bring it out. And it's played by Kristoff around to Hansen. Back over to Kristoff on the near side. St. Cloud Apollo trying to hold the zone with Hiltner. Out of the far side with it is Hibbing. Their only loss and tie of the year to Virginia. The Iron Range champions, and in over the blue line, whistle and play will be stopped. Lou, do you think Hibbing deserves that #1 rating?
Well, we'll see throughout this tournament whether they do or not, but they played a tough schedule. They played extremely well, and coming into this tournament, I don't see how anybody else could have been named #1 outside of Hibbing. They had a fine season.
That's pretty consensus as far as the media people is concerned. Iozo in the face-off circle against Charpentier, and the draw goes to Hansen on the far board, and he wristed in over the blue line, and it was knocked down by Carlson. That is Carlson working the far wing over to Charpentier. Charpentier lifting it out of the far wing. We're just underway. 14-17 remaining here in the first period. And whistle and a stoppage of play. There is no score. This is Hockey 84 live from the St. Paul Civic Center. On the power play, as Hibbing having a man in the penalty box now. 13:38 remaining. As back goes John Mendel to set it up behind his own net. Mendel 25 points on the year. St. Cloud Apollo, and the puck is picked up and controlled by Gaustad. And he flipped it down back in the Apollo zone. Apollo going back, that is Ken Carlson. You'll get a chance to see his shot from the point of this tournament, and he can really put it on net. As Apollo now working with a man advantage, we have 56 seconds remaining on the penalty time. As back goes Gaustad on the far side, and the Blue Jackets clear it out of their own zone. Bill Olson, 37-6-1 in his second year as head coach. Apollo coming up ice. 17 victories on the season. Going back is Mendel over to pick it up. Mendel on the near side over to Hallstrom. Hallstrom with it, trying to lift it ahead. Iozo with the puck. Iozo cross ice. Andrikin in over the line. Andrikin fired it wide to the point of the right side. It's played down as Hibbing down a man here, but playing aggressively. Andrikin out in front with a shot. And Fritz pushed it aside. And the puck loose in the corner with 12:28 remaining in the first period. No score. 10 seconds remaining in a man advantage. As Hibbing holding the zone with a shot. As Gaustad took it from the point, and it was clear. As Hibbing do a nice job, Lou, of killing the man advantage situation.
Well, that's the best way to kill a penalty. Keep the puck down in the opposition's end. And Iozo and Andrikin not only killing it, but Andrikin had a fine opportunity to score a goal. I'd have to say, though, coming into this game, St. Cloud Apollo's got to be one of the darlings of the tournament. Their first appearance ever. A couple of big upset wins over Anoka and Duluth-Denfeld, two fine hockey clubs. And many, many people wishing that they'd come through with an outstanding tournament, maybe win it.
St. Cloud's first tournament team to appear here at the tournament since 1952. Get over the blue line, and a backhander is taken. Ball right on the doorstep. Couldn't pick up the rebound. And Hibbing now moving it up ice. Stick handling with the puck. Here's Kasner in over the line. And a shot taken and the save made. Schwartz fired it from the right circle. Back down goes Murphy in the corner. And coming over to hold the zone. And a shot is wide. It comes to the point of the near side. Stick handling with the puck. Quickly on the lead pass. It was ball ahead. And the ball's pass ahead, broken up. Hibbing now back in over the blue line. 11:30 remaining in the first period. Only one penalty called so far in the game, and play is stopped in the Apollo zone.
That penalty, by the way, went to defenseman Hansen from Hibbing for elbowing. He's a junior defenseman, but a real fine hockey player. He's someone that you're going to watch throughout the next year and follow up as a real good prospect, not only for college, but for pro.
Lou, you got to give Apollo a lot of credit. They beat Anoka and they beat Denfeld to get into the state tournament.
That's right. They said Hiltner was the one said that they were coming, and he scored both big goals in each of those games.
Here's Hainimi on the drop pass, and the shot to goal by Hiltner. As Hainimi dropped it back to Hiltner, who gets his 28th goal of the year, first to the tournament, and Apollo leads it 1-0.
Obviously, Hiltner's the leader. He's the one we were just talking about, that the player said we had a great deal of confidence that we were going to the tournament because Hiltner said we would. And while he's here, Hiltner right now puts him up 1-0 on a fine drop pass by Hainimi. Gets to the top of the circle and beats Hajduk from the top of the circle with a shot over the gloved hand. Hiltner, the fellow that scored the big goals against Anoka and then against Duluth-Denfeld, does it again this afternoon with a bullet wrist shot into the upper corner, putting St. Cloud out ahead 1-0.
And back at center ice, as we have a 1-0 game, with it is Andrikin. He is the motivating force behind the team of Hibbing. A real fine competitor. Here's Hainimi with a puck. Iozo taking it away at center ice. In over the blue line, Iozo left side. Andrikin down to the corner, tried to center it, whistle, and play will be stopped. We still have 10:55 remaining in the first period, and St. Cloud Apollo, the Eagles, taking the lead on the goal which was scored by Hiltner, with the assist going to Hallstrom and also to Hainimi. And now Hibbing goes back in their own zone to set it up, trailing 1-0. 21 wins on the year out of the Iron Range Conference. And moving it up ice, here's Iozo. Iozo lost control of the puck, and Zenzen with it at the blue line in front of the Apollo bench, trying to play it ahead. The two Mendel brothers in this game. Mendel in over the blue line, drop pass, try to go left side, and the pass intended for McLeod is turned away. Here's Iozo back the other way. Ozo in over the blue line, trying to move it past Murphy. And the puck is loose in the slot as Apollo clearing it, and it was held in. Good job by Iozo. Right out in front, shot, and the save by Fritz as he knocked it off the body and turned away Hibbing there on the scoring opportunity. And it's played down to the corner with the near boards with 10:05 remaining. As we've got a dandy going here in the early part of the first period with 10 minutes remaining. It's Apollo leading Hibbing 1-0. Two fine hockey teams. And going back over to set it up is Murphy. Murphy behind his own net, rimming it around the boards. And Hibbing holding the zone as the pass came off the stick of Vidmar. Back on the far side, trying to pick it up, moving it up ice was Carlson. Knocked down, Carlson on the wing with Crookton, and it's picked up. Here's Charpentier. Charpentier up the right side of his shot, and the save is made by Hajduk. And the puck comes loose along the boards on the near side as Ball tried to hold the zone, turned away by Grillo. Grillo trying to go to Zezel, skating in on the left side, and the puck is loose down to the corner. With it is Ball as he backhands it, trying to bring it out of the zone, and he pushed it to the blue line of the Blue Jackets. Over to set it up there, and it's controlled by Mike Grillo to the blue line, and it's taken away there by Triplett on the lead pass, going cross ice, intended for Mendel. Here's Mendel, stick handling with the puck. He's got Ball on his left. Mendel in over the line, shot, knocked down by Hajduk, and the rebound is cleared by Hansen, moving up ice with Grillo. also moving up ice. Get over the blue line, trying to come up with it. Down to the corner, it's Hansen with the puck. Gazic was there. Back to the point, a shot fired and cleared by Ball. Rebound is held in, shot fired wide as it went off the stick of Gazic. And it's cleared by Ball to center ice as Apollo hit over the blue line. The left wing pass, whistle play will be stopped as Hiltner tried to get it to the man coming toward the slot area. There's a break in the action. We'll be right back with the Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament.
In Viking Land, performance like this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this can only be found in one place. Your Viking Land Dodge dealer.
8:30 remaining in the first period as Hiltner getting his 28th goal of the year, and Apollo leads it 1-0. Edina winning the first game by a score of 7-0 over Roseau. Back to the point, set up on the left side. With it is Hiltner with a drive, deflected. Heinemi down to the corner trying to pick it up as Hibbing looking to bring it out of their own zone, clears it to center ice. And coming up the near wing is Kasner in over the line. Kasner tried to go off on the pass, and it's turned away. Coming to center ice to pick it up is Heinemi. That's broken up and played back down in the Apollo zone. 7:58 remaining here as Hibbing down by a goal. As it comes loose along the near boards to the point on the right side. There's a shot, and it was wide. Christoph had it from the point. Or Bryant, pardon me. Bryant from the right point fired the shot. And it's loose along the near boards, coming over Heinemi over to try and pick it up. And moving it up ice, and the lead pass intended for Hiltner. Turned back, here's Claudio playing it in over the blue line, and Hibbing will change up here. And coming back, the stick hand over the puck is Carlson. As he wrists it out over to center ice, coming in over the blue line. And it's McLeod off on the pass as he tried to go off to Mendel, and it was cleared to the far wing. And it was held Zenzen there with the puck on the wing. Hibbing trying to regroup with it, moving it in. A shot in Hajduk to save as Mendel made the save. There's a break in the action. We'll be right back with the Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament.
I can look this man square in the eye and say a TCF pass card checking account is the most useful checking account in town, because I cannot tell a lie either.
And we're ready for action. It was 7:08 remaining in the first period here. Hibbing trailing by a goal. But they have a lot of people that can score a lot of goals, including Iozo and Andrikin, 51 points and 45 respectively in the year. First and second in the Iron Range Conference in scoring and having an outstanding season. But Apollo right now has taken a 1-0 lead on Hiltner's goal, his first of the tournament and his 28th of the year. And it's played the length of the ice, and back go the Eagles to pick it up back in behind their own net. As coming over to try and to pick it up was Triplett, right out in front, heavy traffic in front of the net, and it's cleared by Apollo. And moving it back up ice, trying to get over the blue line. Here's Charpentier. As he went down, played it to the point, nobody there. And back the other way. This is Gazic hit over the line. And Gazic with it moved it right in on Fritz, and it was cleared to the near wing. 6:15 remaining now as we have whistle and play stopped. And Lou, we've had up and down action here in the early going.
We certainly have, and St. Cloud Apollo showing a great deal of confidence, the way they're handling the puck in their own zone, the way they're playing defense. They've got some good size up front, and that's what's troubling Hibbing's defensemen somewhat. But Gazic right there gave Hibbing a good opportunity, stepped through the defense, only to have Fritz chuck that puck away from him.
Hansen moved it down to the corner on the far side. Going back over to pick it up is Murphy behind his own net. Murphy right out in front, and with it Iozo as he holds the zone with help from the rope. Intercepted by Apollo as they carry it to the blue line of Hibbing. Knocked down in the neutral zone with 5:57 remaining in the opening period, and it's played back down to the Blue Jacket zone as Hibbing goes back over to set it up. Around to the far side, here's Jerry Christoph with 1 point of the year. The lead pass, right wing for Pat Perrault. Perrault in over the blue line. Carlson took him down, and no penalty called there. And the fans thought maybe there should have been, but they're right on top of the play there. In the corner on the far side, back down over to Hansen. Hansen with a shot. It was blocked off the body and cleared down as it went right in on the ball, who played it back in the Hibbing zone. Quickly ahead on the pass. Now Apollo trying to set it up. And Hiltner in over the blue line at the right side of the pass to Heinemi. Heinemi with the puck at the right point is tied up. And Heinemi trying to work it loose. Whistle and play will be stopped. There's a break in the action. We'll be right back with the Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament.
Finding your dream house opens up a world of realities. Understanding value demands a new breed of real estate professional, the Merrill Lynch of realtors.
Dear Republic Airlines, you'll never believe this. I had dashed to Memphis Airport with just moments to make my flight. Your people
cut out this year. Apollo firmly believes they can win the hockey game, and they're leading here 1-0. Moving it in, there's a shot and a save by Hajduk. Heinemi moving right out in front, and a good reaction save by Hajduk of the Blue Jackets of Hibbing. Boy, big save there, Lou.
It certainly was, and to win a one-game playoff as these are, you've got to have good goaltending. Both teams seem to have it today.
Mendel behind the net, tried to control the puck. Hibbing holding it in. As taking a look is Fritz behind his own net. This play continues in a 1-0 game. Hiltner taking a look as it's cleared to center ice and broken up there by Nikolov. Cross ice over to Bryant, back over to Nikolov. He is 19 points in the year. Stick handling with the puck. Here's Grillo playing it in over the blue line. Grillo chasing it down in the corner with Catani, Antonio Catani. And the puck is loose back of the Apollo goal, and coming up ice now with it on the lead. Heinemi out with Hiltner and trying to pick it up, but it's played back by Nikolov in on Fritz. Down to Fritz, giving it off from the pass over to Triplett behind his own net. Hibbing forechecking, trying to hold the zone here. Trying to dig it loose was Mendel. The pass over to Nikolov, and he banked it around the boards. Got it set up by Catani. Catani tried to pass it off to the slot for a shot, and it's set up now, trying to hold the zone. And the puck is loose along the near boards. Catani overskated the puck. He was tied up. Held it at the point of the right side. Nikolov whistle, and we've had our second penalty called. It's an elbow call, and with the score 1-0, this is Hockey 84 on the St. Paul Civic Center.
Banks just love to give away toasters. But if you're reinvesting certificate money this month, TCF thinks you deserve more, like RCA TVs, Panasonic stereo tape recorders, Olivetti typewriters, and more. 20 big gifts. Your choice, free with a qualifying deposit in a 30-month certificate. TCF 30-month certificates, high guaranteed rates, and more than just a toaster.
Antonio Catani sitting out a high-sticking penalty, giving St. Cloud the opportunity to go up by 2 should they score in this power play, and that's right after Hibbing was putting on a great deal of pressure. St. Cloud, by the way, leaving the Hibbing points open for shots, and after they get to full strength, Hibbing should look to that because they're going to get some opportunities if St. Cloud keeps continuing to sag so deep in their own zone.
And going over to pick it up is Andrikin. Andrikin off on the pass, and Hibbing, their penalty-killing unit, out of the ice now, is going back in behind the net. Over to set it up is Carlson. Carlson on the breakout of the pass, and St. Cloud Apollo with the lead. Ball on the left wing, moving it over the line, shot it just wide. Back to the point of the right, over to Mendel, pushed it toward the net. That was wide. Back to Carlson. There's that shot from the point, and it's knocked out of the high slot. Hajduk trying to control the puck, but Hibbing clears it with Iozo backhanding it out of the zone. And we have 1:14 remaining in the penalty time. In this, the first period. And with it, Andrikin in over the blue line. Andrikin and Carlson down to the corner in the near boards with 2:36 remaining in the period. And going back behind is Mendel over to set it up. Mendel back of his own goaltender, taking a look as Fritz looks to his right. And it's cleared by the Apollo Eagles, 17-6-1 of the year. They have the man advantage for 48 more seconds. And over the blue line, broken up, and it was cleared partially out of the zone by Christoph. Apollo backing it out to center ice to set up the man advantage, coming in over the blue line, and it was poke check clear of the stick of Hallstrom, and backhanded by Christoph, back in over the blue line of Apollo. Back goes Carlson. Carlson muscling his way loose at center ice. Hibbing still a man short for 25 more seconds. As the Blue Jackets wind it up and they fire it around the boards. And moving it up ice, here's Grillo with a shot from the point. Deflected off the stick of Triplett, back in behind the net. Over to bring it out is Hiltner. Hiltner with a goal of the game so far. Heinemi with it. Heinemi tried to pass it ahead. It was broken up. And coming back defensively was Murphy on a good play defensively, is trying to pick it up. I believe that was Claudio. Their number's a little bit tough to see from up here at times for the Hibbing Blue Jackets. And both teams are back at full strength, and it's banked in over the line by Hagen back into behind the net. Going over is Triplett over to pick it up, and he's banged against the boards in a 1-0 game here. Lou Hibbing doing a nice job of killing that man advantage situation.
Well, in the first power play that St. Cloud had, Hibbing was putting on a great deal more pressure. In fact, not only contained them, but had some opportunities. This time they laid back somewhat, but St. Cloud didn't bring that puck out smoothly enough to really put a little pressure on top of Hibbing. One thing, as you said, they will try and get Ken Carlson to shoot that puck because he can really let it go, but they weren't able to set him up except for their one opportunity.
1:09 remaining here in the first period. Ken Carlson with 27 points of the year. He wears number 12 for Apollo. As you take a look at your television screen, and it's flipped ahead in the neutral zone. Apollo leading it here 1-0. Goal at the 3:48 mark by Mike Hiltner, his 28th of the year. And going back now, back into behind goes Kristoff, working the wing on the near side. Apollo trying to hold the zone, and the pass toward the slot intended for Mendel off the stick of Ahlstrom, cleared behind the net. 44 seconds remaining now. The Blue Jackets break it out of their own zone. They have won a couple of championships in 52 and 73. Beat Alexander Ramsey 6-3, finished the year 22-4. Hit over the line, shot fired wide by Andrikin, who has 45 points of the year, and it was cleared out of the zone by Chad McLeod. And back go the Blue Jackets to come up ice again. Hansen on the lead pass, and Barolt played it down to the corner. And striding back goes Steve Murphy, a senior for Apollo, on the far wing as the puck is loose, and Apollo setting it up. Here's Charpentier, stick handling with the puck, get over the blue line. Charpentier's drop pass, as it intended for ball, turned away by Barolt. Back the other way, Andrikin in over the line to Iozzo, shot at the buzzer, too late. It didn't go in, so the save goes to Fritz. And at the end of the first period of play, thanks to the goal by Hiltner, his 28th goal of the year at 3:48. It's a 1-0 game. The Eagles lead the Blue Jackets. Let's go down to sports control to Ralph, John Fritz, and Mark Rosen.
Thanks again, Paul and Louie. There you go. I don't know who expected it, but here we go again. St. Cloud Apollo, after a couple of upsets in the sectionals, they lead 1-0 after the first period, Mark.
Apollo coach Ed Zinn said about the only thing this team lacked was the confidence to play with the top teams. They accomplished that with those big victories over Anoka and Denville, and they're playing with a lot of confidence. They much quicker tempo to the first period of this game than there was in the Edina Roseau game.
I spoke with Rod Magnuson, the head coach of St. Paul Johnson. They'll be playing later tonight. Johnson played up at Apollo this year, and he said people were giving me a bad time. What are you scheduling Apollo for? They don't play hockey up there, and yet the score was 9-7. St. Cloud Apollo hung with that high-scoring St. Paul Johnson team. They did lose, but nonetheless, Rod Magnuson said a St. Cloud Apollo can play hockey.
I don't think we're going to see a shutout in this one. Hibbing has a little bit too much firepower.
I think you're right.
Tony Parker now has a special guest. Tony, up in the stands.
A special guest? You bet we got special guests. Now, as you can imagine, there are plenty of self-appointed cheerleaders here. And we've got a group that spells out, naturally, Apollo, right? What's your name, eh?
Vandermeer.
How about you?
Taylor Schreifels.
Hey, listen. We're getting into the spirit of things. And we're lots of luck, sports control. So long.
St. Cloud Apollo wins another fan.
Enjoying their first trip to the state tournament, Ralph.
They are. Well, this is continuing coverage of the 1984 Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament.
Dear Republic Airlines, you'll never believe this. I had dashed to Memphis Airport with just moments to make my flight. Your people sped me through and I was off and running. Even so, I'd never have made it with all my carry-on bags, but for your gate agent, Gene Welch, who grabbed a wheelchair. Well, I did make the gate and my plane, all thanks to Republic people who really went out of their way.
Every year, Republic gets thousands of letters that really say the same thing. Nobody serves our Republic like Republic.
Your TV ad goes right to your customers in their homes, if they're watching. Your newspaper ad gets delivered right to your customer's door. And sometimes stays there. And on radio, you can talk to your customers for a whole minute, if they're listening. When people are ready to buy, 80% of them go straight to the yellow pages. So let your ad do the talking, where their fingers do the walking.
In investments, it is the quality of knowledge, service, and expertise that makes Merrill Lynch Merrill Lynch. So isn't it reassuring to find the same professionalism at Merrill Lynch Realty? Today's real estate market requires the kind of thoughtful guidance we put into the delicate nuances of financing and value to provide you with an unparalleled sense of security. Talk to the people at Merrill Lynch Realty and see why we are the Merrill Lynch of realtors.
Welcome back to the St. Paul Civic Center, where St. Cloud Apollo was leading #1 ranked Hibbing by a score of 1-0 at the end of the first period. Mike Hiltner scored that big overtime goal over Anoka to get Apollo into the tournament. Got on the board first here, Ralph.
That's one thing St. Cloud Apollo has done. They always look to Hiltner, #6, for their leadership. He is the team captain. It was an assist by Larry Heinemi. Nice pass from Heinemi to #6, Mike Hiltner, as we said, the leading scorer. That's his 28th goal of the year. He has 20 assists in 21 games. That came at 3:24, first period. There it is again, another look. 1-0, and St. Cloud Apollo is surprising yet another team. In this case, the team that's been rated #1 most of the season, the Hibbing Blue Jackets.
Hibbing had a couple nice chances, especially near the end of the period. Time ran out. Adrican had a good shot, but I don't think we've heard the last of Hibbing yet. We do have the goalie saves right now. First of all, Heiduke for Hibbing made 7 saves, and Troy Fritz of St. Cloud Apollo, no relation, Ralph, I take it, had 5.
Well, he's Eddie Zins, the coach, was asking me yesterday, as he moved up from your adopted nephew now to your adopted son, right? They keep playing. Yes, indeed, he'll be a member of the family.
Well, live from the St. Paul Civic Center, this is continuing coverage of the Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament.
Introducing Dodge Daytona, Daytona Turbo, Daytona Turbo Z. Cars that will revolutionize your perspective of the American road. Standard 550 protection, fuel injected, front wheel drive, and 2 models turbocharged. The revolutionary Daytonas from Dodge. The American road will never look the same again.
We are Dodge and America's revolution.
Of all the people who board planes, one is known as the airline's toughest critic, the business traveler.
Dear Republic Airlines, I've flown your business coach over 50 times in the last year, and your employees continuously display an individual interest in each passenger.
The service I received was superior to first class on other airlines.
Thanks for treating me like a human being.
Every year, Republic gets thousands of letters that really say the same thing. Nobody serves our Republic like Republic.
Let's see, beef bouillon with potatoes lyonnaise or hamburger and fries. You know, it's nice to have a choice. Like the choice TCF gives you on installment loans. You can choose between a fixed interest rate loan or the lower monthly payments of a variable interest rate installment loan. Your choice. No wonder folks are singing the praises of TCF.
Sally, Bert, you busy tonight? You're lost. Debbie? Bert? Lori? Bert? Judy? Cindy? Kathy? Buffy?
When you have a lot of local calls to make, it's nice to have a Northwestern Bell calling card.
Hi, Mom. Bert. Bert.
Your Northwestern Bell calling card. Use it for local calls, too.
Like many other schools, Hibbing High School provides its students a well-rounded education. But what makes this school special is the community support surrounding it.
Here in the quiet mining town of Hibbing, Iron Rangers take pride in their most precious natural resource, their youth. With a high school that boasts such graduates as Governor Rudy Perpich, basketball great Kevin McHale, and the legendary Bob Dylan, education is a priority for this community. Aesthetically and academically, Hibbing High School maintains a high standard of excellence. Its historic building, built in 1920, reflects the past and present regard for education. From the arts to athletics, students may choose from a variety of required and elective courses. College preparatory classes ranging from chemistry to computers prepare 80% of the students who pursue forms of higher education. For most students, it's important to make the grade.
Well, I've heard that our school is the best for education, you know, that it's got the hardest, you have to really earn your grade here.
I feel
The teachers really challenge us here in the classes. They're difficult, but they make you work hard. And when we get to college, hopefully this education will make it easier for us to cope when we get to school.
Academics may be strong here at Hibbing High School, but when it comes to sports, they've got a reputation that's tough to beat. Since its inception, the school has been known for its strong athletic programs for both boys and girls. Basketball, wrestling, swimming, and of course hockey are the most popular. The school can boast state champions in each of those sports and annually sends teams and representatives to regional and state competitions. But for the students, even more important than the competition itself is the reward of camaraderie.
All the kids are really good kids. Everybody gets along. It's close. Everybody's close together, and everybody's pulling for everybody, in whether it's sports, academically wise, or anything.
Like their strong ethnic ties, Hibbing High School students can be proud of a school that continues to preserve tradition.
Well, the Hibbing Blue Jackets, of course, hoping to get on track. We're at intermission. They're trailing St. Cloud Apollo at 1-0 right now between the first and second period. Second game, 7-0. It was Edina winning the first game over the Roseau Rams. Well, of course, the players are the main focus of each of these teams in this tournament, but there are also people in the school that really don't play, but they're just as important to the teams. Here's what we mean.
One of the unsung heroes behind many of these tournament teams, and those that have been eliminated along the way, is the student manager. For Brainerd High School, it's Peter Schuldeis. Peter played hockey when he was younger, but quit, partially because of equipment costs.
I quit when I was really young, after about 3 or 4 years of playing, and it was a mistake on my part. Otherwise, I would be playing with the team right now. Probably B squad, but it'd still be fun.
Each state receives 3/5 of a vote.
Peter is a junior at Brainerd. He's a good student and a member of the symphonic and marching bands. He's been playing baritone since 5th grade, and though he really enjoys it, it's hockey he truly loves. He reads about NHL players during his spare time. He watches hockey when he can, and Coach Tom Youngin says he's an important member of the Brainerd team.
Peter is a person who is very responsible, so we can count on him to get things ready, whether it's taking our kit, which would be our medical kinds of equipment with, or whether it would be getting our pucks ready, our sticks, the other kids' sticks ready, the extra sticks, or whether it's making sure that there's ice on the bench, all of the kinds of small things that take a lot of time that we really don't have the time for.
Captain Kurt Meesing says his efforts are appreciated.
He's really a nice kid. He's quiet, but he just gets his work done and does what he has to do.
The work he has to do isn't at all glamorous, and lots of kids wouldn't do it.
I don't mind it. It's fun for I get to meet all the players, and I become pretty good friends with them, and I enjoy being around them. They're lots of fun. I skate with them at practices, and we just fool around a little bit and hit pucks around with them, and sometimes skate some of the drills. I try anyways.
The Warriors didn't make it to the tournament this year, but Peter did his best to make things easier for his teammates. He plans to help them out again next year, and maybe we'll see him then.
Anyone, I guess, who's ever been around sports knows the importance of that student manager. It is 1-0. We have the Hibbing Blue Jackets trailing St. Cloud Apollo. That's in between the first and second period. We'll be back with the face-off of the second period right after these messages. This is Hockey 84, continuing coverage of the Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament.